Hi guys, Dave Dog here with episode 5 of our Road to Glory save with Bradford Park Avenue. We're in season 5, still in the National League North, and big news, something's working. In the previous episode we showed you our 3-0 loss to second in the table on goal difference Guiseley, local rivals. We were battered 3-0, we got away lightly with that, and things went from bad to worse. We then played Brackley at home. Let's have a look at the details of this. We had Lovick tucked in. It was more or less a 4-4-2. We've used this formation before: attacking winger, a more defensive winger, and a staggered midfield too. And we played quite well if you look at the marks. Just Macaulay and Ferguson low, but shipped in 7 goals. Brackley were a good team, but not that good. We had 2 goals ruled out as well. Truman after 13 minutes and Lovick after 43 minutes. Our new signing made his debut in this one, and quite a good debut, 7.2. George Pratt, we'll look at him in a minute. We've got 2 new signings in. We kept the same formation, we just reduced the number of forwards. We made it a 4-1-1-3-1. We played Southport at home, 1-1 in that one. Bit better result, but it couldn't be much worse after the 7-4. Jake Beasley opened the scoring in the first half for Southport. Will Truman got one back after 56 minutes. Let's just have a look at the stats for that. As you can see, we went back to our more or less 4-2-3-1. Stead not playing well up front, 6.3. Lovick 6.4 and Goy 6.5. Only Truman, because of the goal, doing well up front. Sams and Ferguson and Macaulay, better game in this one. After a good debut, George Pratt not so good in this one, 6.2. We brought Tuffy on for him later on, and he did better at 6.9. Must have been a pretty good defensive effort to have 21 shots, only 2 of them troubling Macaulay in goal. So let's have a look at the next game then. 6 without a win after those 3 on the bounce. And here is where we changed the tactic. Looked in the data hub and found out we were better playing this formation, although I can't remember actually playing it. So whether that's just a pointer from the game. Banbury away, new formation, 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder. The data hub was saying we had created more chances against the opposition with this tactic. Harding came in and played the defensive midfield role pretty good, dropping Pratt to the bench with Williams and Truman in front. 2-2 it was. Stones opened the scoring for them after 33 minutes, 1-0 at half time. Stead equalised after 58 minutes, a good cross in from Connor Ferguson. They scored after 88 minutes, thought it was going to be another defeat, but Sams popped up, corner routine, near post. Jacobs put the ball in. I think we probably overall deserved something from this game. If you look at the chances, they had the better chances. We scored 2 from 0.9 XG, but defence standing up pretty well, all in the green. Jacobs still coming back from injury, replaced Lovick on the left, and had a reasonable game. We then played Fylde at home. They were 3rd in the league at the time, and this was where it really clicked. We had a really good game defensively. No shots on target for Fylde. They were one of the top scorers in the league, so it really worked. Only 0.26 of XG conceded. 2 goals, and Goy on 22 and Truman on 50, and Goy playing much like he did in the early part of the season in this one, so 7.5. But other new signing, Bryn Morris, the man of the match with 7.7. Assist for Truman's goal. Really promising that this system may work, but we've said before, the AI works it out and it only works for 5 or 6 games. Next game, Kidderminster around the playoffs, just outside, and a 1-1 draw. They opened the scoring after 28, but 8 minutes from time. Harry Lovick, assist again from Jacobs, coming on a sub. He's chipping in, coming off the bench and using his experience. But we got a 1-1 draw there, and if you look at the XG, we actually had the better chances. 3 shots on target to their 2, so the number of shots getting through to Macaulay are diminishing. Stead not playing well up front, 6.2. If we need to strengthen any further, it is with a decent striker who's going to score and play well every game. We're still looking for that elusive player. So that was our last game. Today we're at home to Chorley. They are top in the league. Let's just have a look at the league before we look at our new signings. Chorley top in the league, 40 points, 1 point in front of Guiseley, and we are 19 points from 18 games. We're 19th, 3 points above the drop zone. Blythe, who are playing the FA Trophy, the game after this, so chance of progressing in that one. Let's have a look at our new signings then. George Pratt, no nonsense centre back, but he can play in that defensive midfield role. He can also play as a striker, but awkward. Heading 11, aggression 14, tackling 12, marking 10, positioning 11, jumping reach 15, strength 10, 6'4". So far, just 1 assist in that opening game, 6.62 average rating, and hoping there's more to come from him. He has been at Blackburn most of his career. We thought he may go to Gloucester, I think it was. He did come to us, £140 a week, so decent contract, worth a bit of money, 18,000 to 40,000. A star player who could still improve. The other guy is experienced, never played at this level before. Bryn Morris, 30 years old. He's worth 170 to 350,000, but we have to put him on reasonable money for that. £350 a week, 2-year contract this year and the season after. Played 2 games so far, 1 assist and an average of 7. He can also play the defensive midfield role. Teamwork 13, work rate 11, passing 11. A decent all-round player. If we look at his career, last at Grimsby, didn't play in League 2. They got relegated from League 1. I presume they let him go because they couldn't afford his money. But League 1, his last full season, 44 games, 2 goals, 1 assist, 6.89. That is in League 1, and most of his experience has been in League 1, where he's played previously for Burton, Northampton, Portsmouth, Wycombe, Shrewsbury. That's how I know him, from Shrewsbury. I did a save with Shrewsbury, and he was a decent player there at League 1 level. Walsall on loan, League 2 York loan, even played 1 championship game for Middlesbrough in 12-13. A very experienced player and started off very well. So we're gradually building our team up. The thing is, he's going to be here next season as well. So today's game, as I said, top of the league, Chorley. Let's have a look how we're going to line up for that one. So the new formation, we're going in with the same team as played against Kidderminster. That is Macaulay in goal. Timofeyev's at right back. Just a note on that, he's keeping Lucas Dunstan out of the team and he's not happy. He's asked for a transfer, so he's on the transfer list. So we may be left with just Fielding as original squad member when we came into this save. He partners Sams in the centre of defence. A good understanding between them two. Ferguson, regular this season at left back, and linking up well with skipper Lovick on the left side there as an inverted winger. The midfield 3, we're continuing with Pratt in the defensive midfield role. He's played well there in the first game, and we're going to continue and hope he forges a good partnership with Truman as an advanced playmaker, Morris as a ball-winning midfielder on the right, and Goy has been coming back to form recently, and we're going to continue with Stead up front as an advanced forward. On the bench then, we've got Mark Hardin, Jason Tuffy, Alex Williams, Michael Jacobs, lacking sharpness, but he's been coming on and affecting the games late on. Carter Denson, not played well this season. He's come on and scored goals before. We hope he can pull through this poor patch. So it's custom fluid attack. It's 4-3-3, cautious and short passing. We try to keep hold of the ball. So into today's game then against Chorley, the league leaders. So the pre-match team talk then. I'm going to point finger and say everyone expects us to lose here, so prove them wrong. There's no pressure on us, no effect whatsoever, but everybody's composed. There's no nerve, so no excuses. They are playing with the same system, 4-3-3, although the pre-match tactics did say they were going to play 3 at the back, so that is wrong. They've kept with their same formation, so both formations matching up. Let's get into this game, skip the formalities, and away we go then. First one to us, Fielding with a free kick. Could we get an early lead here? Taking his time with this. Delivery up to the back post, and Goy heads it back in, and Sams is there. He's brilliant in the air, is Sams, and a set piece gives us the lead. 3 minutes in, we are in front against the league leaders. What a set piece, that really worked. Up to Ngoy at the back post, heads it back across. Sams pulls away and heads in. A fantastic set piece goal for us, and we're doing well so far. And in their half again, this is their throw. We're not going to get caught by that long ball over the top. I can't see any striker in the centre for them, so it's back to the goalie. They're moving up front now in the centre, And yep, they've got players in position now. Brian, that's deflected. Ferguson heads away. Morris knocks it back to Sams. He's such an authority in that midfield, is Morris. Stead's in. He's in. 2-0 after 7 minutes. We couldn't ask for a better start. The fans are going wild in that stand. Stead makes it 2-0. Great through ball from Ferguson. He's done that once or twice already this season. And finds Stead. Outpaces the defender. The defender misses that one and slots in past the keeper. We couldn't have had a better start than this. 2 goals in the first 7 minutes and we're on top. This system is working. Don't change this. AI, just forget what we're doing. Just remember that we're near the bottom. And Goy picks up outside the area. It's blocked. Fullback clears and that's the end of that highlight. But we've had less possession. They've only had one shot, a 0.01 chance, so not much. Must have been from the halfway line for that. And 2 shots now, but we're on top. Still only 0.08. We're not giving away chances like we did in that 7-4 defeat. To say our tackling has been disappointing would be an understatement. Remove the instruction, get stuck in. We're coming up to half time and Chorley, the league leaders, have not been in it. No momentum for them. And it couldn't have gone much better than that. Although we've had good first halves before, we have to be very careful what we're going to say in the dressing room now. What's Gianluca saying? We're ahead on the scoreboard and we certainly deserve to be given how much we've created, so I'm pleased. I'm going to go for this one. It's important to stay focused. Don't allow complacency to creep in. We're going to go for that one. We're going to point the finger. And that's worked. Let's see if they take that on board. And we start moving up that table. It's a throw in to us in our half. No, it isn't. That's an attacking. Ferguson coming in for a header now. He's attacking as well as defending. Ferguson is turning into the player we expected when we signed him. He had a very slow start, but he's now getting in on the act. And Chorley are coming back a little bit here, but it's their defensive free kick. Fielding up. Heads that. Truman picks up on a yellow card. Tries a long shot, but that's well over the top. And 62nd minute. We are back in charge. Look at that. Green bars going on there. And only 0.12 XG given up to them. And this is the difference. Sams is tiring. Let's have a look then. 77 minutes. We'll make some changes. George Pratt, he's the only one. 6.6. Let's have Harding on for Timofeyev. Harding have played him at right back sometimes. He's mainly a centre back. We've got to watch for these players with yellow cards. Yeah, I'm going to take Pratt off because he's on a yellow card. I'm going to bring Tuffy on there. Bryn Morris, 6.8. He has been the difference since we signed him. And Harry Lovick, he's playing okay. I'm going to leave it at that for now. I'm not going to bring Jacobs on. So we're going to keep at that. Just the 2 subs then. Timofeyev's being replaced by Harding. And Pratt replaced by Tuffy. 2 young players coming on, and let's see if we can increase our lead, but better still, complete this win against Chorley. First real attacking highlight for Chorley. That's headed out. Pemberton's running through here, plays it back to Byrne. Byrne cross, a shot, but well saved and beaten out there by Macaulay, but they're still coming. They're still at us. And that's in, that's offside. That guy's offside. Whether that's going to be ruled out or not with it being a direct shot, I don't know. But that guy was offside in front of Macaulay. And referee's not stood there. That surely is an offside ref. But it doesn't look like it's going to be given. This guy here, the centre forward, is stood in the line and making a run for it. Macaulay, distracted by him, I think. But that is going to be a goal by the look of it. It shouldn't be. But we've got to see this game out here. We don't want to draw. I'm going to pull Lovick back here. We're going to cut the tempo down. Play very low tempo. Low passing. Be more disciplined. And carry on at that. So no changes. Just changes to the tactic. And we're into added time. 0.19 the XG we've given away. And that's it. We've beaten Chorley. If we can beat the top of the league, we can beat anybody. It's looking good, and hopefully we can continue in this vein. So I'm going to go away now and play our FA Trophy game against Blythe, who, based on that performance, we should beat. We could do with a good cup run. And who's our man of the match? Connor Ferguson. He has really come on leaps and bounds this season. Good performances by Truman and Morris in the midfield, and Ngoy and Stead up front. Just Timofeyev and Pratt, the replaced players, not playing as well. Everyone thought we'd lose. We've just proven them wrong. Be proud, that was a great win. We're going to go with that one. That should, yeah, chuffed, delighted, very happy. And Alex Williams is pleased, or a bit downbeat because he hasn't got on. Chorley is still top, so Guiseley lost also to Kidderminster, and we haven't moved. Must be behind Leamington on goals scored, because we're both -6 and 22 points. If we look up, Scunthorpe in 14th are only 3 points away. 11th Banbury are only 5 points. So if we can carry on in this vein, say it quietly, but we may just get up to those playoff positions. And if we can get a striker, who knows. So let's see where we're going to come back for the next game. So we're on a nice run now. 5 games unbeaten, 2 wins, 3 draws, more or less all of them since we've changed to the 4-3-3. Going to play a few games and come back then for FA Trophy, 3rd round if we get there against a good team, or Alfreton on the 2nd of January. Thank you very much for watching. I'm much more upbeat now. I can see things happening. If we can add to that striker, it will be all the better for that. Thanks again. Dave Dog for now. Goodbye.